Okay, in this video we'll see few experiments based on Arduino, and we will demonstrate using the TinkerCAD. So this is a level 1 experiment, so where we are turning on a DC motor if the switch SW1 is pushed. So now we are talking about a push to on switch. So we will going to realize this particular function using Arduino, and that will be implemented in TinkerCAD. So let us have a look at the circuit that is possible here. So now, since it is a push to on switch, the task is upon pushing the switch, so my motor should turn on. So now it's like, okay, if you push, the voltage should be 5 volt, otherwise it should be 0 volt. So we want to realize the same thing using this push to on switch. So we know that there are two ends for this switch. So one end is connected to VCC, the other end is connected to ground through a resistor 1 kilo ohm, and this junction is connected to one of the port of Arduino, which will be treated as an input port, Now how does this work is, when I open circuit is when I don't push it, the voltage here will be 0 volt because there is no drop here. So you're going to get logic low at pin number 13. When I push the switch, so I'll be getting 5 volts because entire 5 volts will be coming here, and that will be dropping across this 1k resistor. So effectively the voltage at pin number 13 will be 5 volts, meaning when I push the switch it will be 5, when I don't push it, it will be 0 volt. So effectively I am just utilizing this push to on switch as a logic 0 or logic 1. So since we want to turn on the motor, so we are using pin number 12 of the Arduino as output pin, and we are connecting that directly to a DC motor. Since we are having, of course we are not using any buffers here, so we assume that this motor will run at 5 volt. It's a low rating motor. So with that assumption, we are just connecting DC motor directly to the Arduino. But in real sense, we will not be connecting DC motor to the Arduino because Arduino cannot drive these DC motors. Since it is experimental purpose, we are just not connecting any buffers here. So any drivers are not connected. So let us see how do we do that in the TinkerCAD. So now this is the TinkerCAD circuit. Okay, let me just start with, of course, if you want to start from very scratch, okay, let us start it from the scratch. So let me have a circuit design. So now let me take the push to on switch. So where is this? You can just actually search for it. So this is a switch, push button switch, and I can take an Arduino. I can take an Arduino here. So now this is coming, and then I have this thing. Now you can see there is 1A. Okay, this is 2B. So sorry, this is 1B, 2B. So actually you actually have 4 terminals. So this is 1A, 2A, this is 1B, 2B. So let us try to find out what is which terminals I should connect, because effectively I want to implement this. So where is this? I want to implement this circuit, and I should be connecting this junction to pin number 13. So and this switch. Now this is symbol of a switch, but how do we use a practical switch? Let us try to understand. So for that, just give me a minute. So this is what I have. So this is like the switch I have on my Arduino. So you can say this is 1A, this is 2A, this is 1B, 2B. So actually what I want to implement is something like this. So this is like a switch. So if I press, it will get shorted. Actually how it is implemented is, so this push button is common for both the things. So now this is like a push button. So now this is how it is. So this is 1B, this is 2B, this is 1A, 2A. When I push this, so 1B and 2B will be shorted. When I push this, 1A and 2A will be shorted. So if at all, if you want to implement this functionality, I will be connecting this to, I'll be connecting, okay, now what I want to implement is this. So let me just show you what I want to implement. What I want to implement is this. So this will be going to pin number 13. This is grounded, and I have a push to on switch. So this will go to plus 5 volts. So this is what I want to implement. So let us connect this to 1A, this to 2A. So if I do that, it will be connected. So now what I'll do, I will take, I'll just pull this down here. Now fine. So let me just put it down here. So I want to have a resistor. So there is a resistor of 1 kilo ohm here. So that will be grounded. I can connect the ground here. So usually ground will be treated as black. You can just make it black, and then this because this is the connection what I want to establish. This is the connection what I want to establish. So one end is grounded, and from the same junction let it go to, okay, from this junction, okay, from the other point this will go to pin number 13. So that's what is the connection is. So now, okay, let me connect this to, okay, now this is connected, and this will go to VCC. This will go to VCC here. So let me make VCC as red. This is red. So since this is a, okay, point, let me make it as some different color. So maybe orange. So from this, where it should go to as per the circuit, that junction should go to 13. So I will make it to go to 13. You can see now this, I will connect it from 13 all the way down to this is done. So now I have connected actually this circuit. So this circuit is implemented. So upon pressing this motor will run. Okay, let me connect this motor also. So I can type DC motor. So there is a DC motor coming. So this will be connecting, and as this is given, so what my circuit says this. So one end is going to 12, other end is going to ground. So I'll do the same thing. So what I'll do is, so this I will make it to go to, and this will go to ground. Where is ground? Ground is here only. I can connect it to ground. Let me make the ground as black. Okay, now this is the thing. So we are done with the circuit. The same circuit is there here. You can see here. So I have the same circuit. So I have rigged up many different circuits here. See here, I have, sorry, see now, this is a switch. This is a switch that is connected. So one end is going to VCC. Of course, it is like, okay, one end is going to, I'm just connecting this to VCC. This end is going to, you can see, okay, this end is going to, okay, now since it is going to ground, instead of connecting this ground here, of course this is anyhow the one end of the motor is going to ground, to the same ground I'm connecting. So which is exactly the earlier connection what I had. Can you see this is going to pin number 13? See that is going to pin number 13. The pin number 12 is actually driving this motor. So this is exactly this connection what we intended. You can just have a look at the code now. See now, so we have set this switch as SW1. I can just name this as SW1. So that's what is named here as SW1. It is connected to 13. You can see there is a motor 1 which is connected to 12. So this is motor 1 output. Sorry, this is the pin where it will be driving the motor. So this, we name this port as motor 1, and we are naming SW1 as input port, and DC motor 1 as output port. Okay, these are the other things. And if you see the code part of it, so it is just so simple. Since you are reading this value, which is digital value, because when you're not pressing, it will be 0. When you press it, it is 5 volts. So you are actually doing a digital read operation. So you are doing, if digital read of this switch, that is pin number 13, if it is high, you pass a high onto pin number 12. So that's what digital read of SW1. If it is high, you make digital right, or you make that DC motor pin, that is pin number 12, as high, otherwise it is off. So upon doing this, so let me start the simulation. Now it is simulation is running. Now it is not pressed. Now since it is not pressed, it's like 0 volt. So if you just come here, when I'm not pressing, it's actually 0 volt. So for 0 volt, your motor is off. When I press the button, so when I press the button, you can see motor runs. See there, motor is running. If you can see the RPM, so it is running at a particular RPM. So this way, now when I just release it, it goes off. So upon pressing, it rotates. Upon releasing, it will go off. So it is so simple. So we'll see the next task in the coming video.